Greetings and welcome to lecture series on thermodynamics. Today we will see Maxwell relations. So before starting with Maxwell relation, we will see fundamentals of partial differentiation, Maxwell relation derivations, importance of Maxwell relation, application of Maxwell relation, and there is a mnemonic which is known as thermodynamic square, using which you can remember Maxwell relations. So we'll see first fundamentals of partial differentiation. So let x is a function of two independent variables y and z. So what you can write, x is function of y comma z. So now I want to differentiate this. So how I will write the equation? See this, dx is equal to dou x by dou y, first term, when z is constant, into dy plus dou x by dou z, take the second term, when first term is constant, y, into dz. Okay, let me repeat this again. Dx is equal to, see this first term, so dou x by dou y, when z is constant, dy plus dou x by dou z, when y is constant, dz. So we will be using this mathematics in Maxwell derivation later on, where dx is known as what? Exact differential. Now same equation I have written again. Let this part be m and second part be n. So what I can write is dx is equal to m dy plus n dz. Now we can consider partial differentiation of n with respect to z and partial differentiation of n with respect to y. Now what is the value of m? It is dou x by dou y. We have to differentiate it with respect to z. So what you will get? Dou 2x by dou y dou z. Okay, so dou m, so this term dou m by dou z will be equal to, this is m value, so you will get as dou 2x by dou y dou z when y is constant. Similarly, when you partial differentiate n, so what you can write? So this is n, so dou n by dou y when z is constant, what you can write? So this is n part. So when you differentiate it with respect to dou by dou y, what you will get? Dou 2x by dou y dou z. So if you see, right side of this, both the equations are same, right side is same. So what you can write? Dou m by dou z when y is equal to constant is equal to dou n by dou y when z is equal to constant. Now we will derive Maxwell's first relation. So we have four Maxwell relations. So one by one we will derive those relations. So from first law of thermodynamics, we know that for a process, delta U equal to Q minus W. Write this equation in differential form and in specific form. Specific means per unit mass. So here you will have specific internal energy. So du equal to del, why del? Because heat is path function. So del small q, why small q? Because per unit mass, specific, minus specific work will be delta small w. Now for a reversible process, we know that work done is what? PdV. Now since this is small w, this volume will be small v. Similarly, what is the definition of specific entropy? Now this is specific entropy. So small ds will be equal to del q reversible upon T. So substitute these values over here, del W and del Q value. So what you will get, du is equal to, instead of del Q you can substitute T into D specific entropy minus, what is del W? PdV. Now, as we have seen in previous slide, partial differentiation concept, I can write that internal energy is function of other two properties like entropy and specific volume. So specific internal energy is function of specific entropy and specific volume. Now differentiate this, what you will get, du. Okay, so du is equal to dou u by dou s. So you have to consider first term here. So it will be dou u by dou s when volume is constant ds plus dou u by, now second term, dou u by dou v when first term is constant entropy into dv. So here now you can compare that, this part of the equation, okay, compare these two equations. So du equal to TdS minus PdV, and compare this one. So you will find that dou u by dou s when volume is constant is what? T. Similarly, when you compare the equation, you will find that dou u by dou v when entropy is constant is what? Minus P. So again you can have same relation, du equal to TdS minus PdV. Now this is similar to the concept we had seen previously of fundamentals of partial differentiation. So dx is equal to m dy plus n dz. So how you got this equation now? We differentiated m with respect to z. So understand this equation, what we did was dou m by dou z when y is constant is equal to dou n by dou y when z is constant. Similarly, you can apply same fundamentals over here for this equation. Why? Because here you can see it is similar. This part we have taken m and this part we have taken n. Similarly, here we are taking this part as t and here we are taking this part as minus p. So what you can write now? What you can write? It will be dou t by dou v. Okay, so dou t by dou v when s is constant is equal to, don't forget negative sign, minus of dou p by dou s when volume is constant. So this equation is Maxwell's first relation. Now Maxwell's second relation. Maxwell's second relation. So we will consider definition of specific enthalpy. What is specific enthalpy? U plus P into specific volume. Okay, this U is also specific internal energy. So H is equal to U plus PV. Differentiate this equation. What you will get? DH is equal to DU. When you differentiate PV, what you will get is PdV plus VdP. Now, in previous slide we had seen that du is equal to TdS minus PdV. So here you can see that this du part is there. Okay, du is on left hand side, and when you take PdV on left hand side it will become positive, so you will get TdS. So du plus PdV is what? TdS. So what you will get? DH is equal to TdS plus VdP. Now I will write enthalpy is function of entropy, specific entropy and pressure. Now differentiate this. What you will get? DH is equal to dou H by dou S when pressure is held constant ds plus dou H by dou P when entropy is held constant dP. Now again, if you compare these equations, dou H by dou S when pressure is held constant, it indicates T, and similarly dou H by dou P when entropy is held constant, it indicates specific volume V. So again the equation is same, dH is equal to TdS plus VdP. So now again you can remember this concept of fundamentals of partial differentiation, and what you can write? You can write dou T by dou P when S is constant is equal to dou V by dou S when pressure is held constant. So this is what Maxwell's second relation. Now Maxwell's third relation. Now we have seen Helmholtz function F is equal to U minus Ts. Okay, that was Helmholtz function. Now writing in specific form, we will get small f is equal to U minus Ts. Okay, now differentiate this, what you will get? dF is equal to du, differentiate Ts, what you will get? Minus Tds minus S dt. Okay, now we have discussed this before also. What is this du? Tds minus Pdv. Tds minus Pdv. So what you can do is, this du is on left hand side, take this Tds on left hand side. So du minus Tds will be equal to what? Minus Pdv. So you can replace this term by minus Pdv. So what you will get? dF is equal to minus Pdv minus S dt. Now again I can write that Helmholtz function is function of volume and temperature. See, all the properties will be function of some other properties. So I am writing Helmholtz function is a function of volume and temperature. Now when I differentiate this, what I will get? dF is equal to dou F by dou V when temperature is held constant dV plus dou F by dou T when volume is held constant dt. Now again if you compare this, dou F by dou V when temperature is held constant, it is minus P, and when you consider dou F by dou T when volume is held constant, it is minus S. So again you will get same equation, dF equal to minus Pdv minus S dt. So again remember the fundamentals, you have to use these fundamentals. So what you can write now, this negative sign will be there, okay, outside the bracket. So minus of dou P by dou T when volume is held constant is equal to minus of dou S by dou V when temperature is held constant. Now since we have negative on both the sides, we can remove the negative sign. So final equation, this is known as third Maxwell equation, which is dou P by dou T when volume is held constant equal to dou S by dou V when temperature is held constant. Maxwell's fourth relation. Now we will consider Gibbs function. So G is equal to H minus Ts. So differentiate this, what you will get? dG equal to dH minus Tds minus S dt. Now we had discussed this previously, dH is equal to Tds plus Vdp. So what you can write? Take this Tds on left hand side, what you will get? dH minus Tds, that value is Vdp. So you can replace this by Vdp. So dG will be equal to Vdp minus S dt. Now I can write that Gibbs function is function of pressure and temperature. Differentiate this, dG equal to dou G by dou P when temperature is constant dP plus dou G by dou T when pressure is held constant dt. Now again you can compare this, dou G by dou P when temperature is held constant is specific volume. Similarly, dou G by dou T when pressure is held constant, it is minus of specific entropy. So it is similar to dG equal to V dP minus S dt. Again, remember the fundamentals of partial differentiation. From that, what you can write? Dou V by dou T when pressure is held constant equal to minus of dou S by dou P when temperature is held constant. This is Maxwell's fourth relation. Now we will see what is the importance of these four Maxwell relations. So all the four relations are listed over here. What is the significance of this? So these are very important thermodynamic property relations. Why? Because they help us determine what is change in entropy which you cannot measure. Okay, now if you let me give you an example. If a system is there, you can measure pressure, temperature, okay, you can measure volume. Can you use some pressure gauge, or can you use some particular type of gauge and measure entropy? No. So Maxwell relation is very important. Why? Because it helps us, it is a means of determining change of entropy by simply measuring the changes in properties like pressure, volume and temperature. Now moving on to application of Maxwell relation. So here an example is given, use of Maxwell relation. So a block is there, metallic block, whose initial pressure is Pi, temperature is Ti. It is squashed. It is squashed reversibly and isothermally. So squashed means pressure is applied and it is squashed. So pressure has increased, P final is there. So pressure changes from P initial to P final. T final is same as T initial. Why? Because process is reversible and isothermal. Now we have to calculate what is the heat transfer because of squashing from the block to environment. So how much heat flows out of the block? So how to calculate this? So del QR is equal to TdS. This equation we know. Now in this case we cannot measure ds. If we know ds, we can easily calculate del QR or Q. So in this case what we can do is, we can express entropy as a function of temperature and pressure, differentiate this equation. What you will get? ds is equal to, so for first term, what you can write? This one you can see over here. Dou S by dou T when pressure is held constant dt plus dou S by dou P when temperature is held constant dP. Now multiply this equation by T on LHS and RHS. So what you will get? TdS is equal to T dou S by dou P T dP plus T dou S by dou T P dt. Now what is this TdS? It is del QR. Now we know this is Maxwell relation, dou S by dou P T equal to minus of dou V by dou T P. So instead of this value, we can substitute this value. So what will be the equation? Del Q is equal to, I am substituting this value, T, so minus T dou V by dou T P dP. Now since the process is isothermal, this dt will be 0. So this term will cancel out. So this is the equation. Now this dou V by dou T when pressure is held constant is V into beta. Now why it is V into beta, we will see in upcoming lectures. Okay, so this we will see afterwards. Now what you will get when you integrate this? Q is equal to minus integral of P initial to P final, TV beta dP. Now TV beta is constant, so minus TV beta integral P initial to P final dP. So what will be heat? It will be minus TV beta P final minus P initial. Now here negative sign indicates that the heat is flowing outside the system. Now you can see over here we are applying Maxwell relation and converting this entropy, change in entropy, into some other property which can be measurable. So this is the application of Maxwell relation. Now mnemonic to remember this Maxwell equation. We have 4 equations. So to remember this, we have a concept which is known as thermodynamic square. Now thermodynamic square, it is also known as thermodynamic wheel. It is mnemonic to remember Maxwell relations. So these are the 4 equation Maxwell relations. So to remember this, there is a mnemonic which is we'll see this: good physicists have studied under very fine teachers. Okay, so we'll see how to use this now. So for Maxwell's first relation, we can write good physicists have studied under very fine teachers. Draw a square, and G is Gibbs function, P is pressure, H is enthalpy, S is entropy, U is internal energy, V is volume, F is Helmholtz function, and T is temperature. So start from the top side of the square. So G, good physicists have studied under very fine teachers. Now for Maxwell first relation, draw an arrow from T to V as shown. Now how to write the equation? So from where the arrow starts, that is arrow tail, you can write dou T by dou V. Now from the tail side itself, draw arrow diagonally. So you can write like this, draw it like this. So what you can write? Dou T by dou V when entropy is constant. Now draw arrow on other side. Similarly, what you can write? Dou P by dou S, draw diagonally from here. Dou P by dou S, draw diagonal when volume is constant. Now one rule which you have to remember is whenever both S and P come together, we have to write negative on that side. Don't forget about this. So what equation you will get? Final first Maxwell equation will be dou T by dou V when entropy is constant equal to minus dou P by dou S when volume is constant. Don't forget about the negative sign. Second Maxwell relation, again we have drawn a square. Good physicists have studied under very fine teachers. For second relation, draw arrow towards right. So what you can write now? Dou T by dou P. Now draw arrow diagonally from T. So dou T by dou P when entropy is constant. Draw arrow on the bottom side. You can write dou V by dou S. Draw arrow when pressure is held constant. Now again for sign convention, then S and P come together, we should write negative on that side. So here S and P is together, here also S and P is together. So both the sides will be negative, it will become positive. So dou T by dou P S is equal to dou V by dou S when P is constant. This is second Maxwell relation. Third Maxwell relation, again we will draw a square. We'll write this: good physicists have studied under very fine teachers. For third relation, we have to draw arrow towards left. So what you can write? Dou P by dou T. Draw arrow diagonally from P, that is arrow tail. Then volume is held constant. Now draw arrow on the bottom side towards left. So dou S by dou V. Draw arrow from S diagonally when temperature is constant. Again, you should remember about sign convention. Whenever S and P come together, write negative on that side. So here we don't have that. So final Maxwell's third relation will be dou P by dou T when volume is constant equal to dou S by dou V when temperature is constant. Maxwell's fourth relation. Again we have drawn a square. Good physicists have studied under very fine teachers. For fourth relation, draw arrow up in upward direction. So what you can write? Dou V by dou T. Now since V is arrow tail side, draw arrow from V diagonally towards P. What is held constant? Pressure. So dou V by dou T when pressure is held constant. Similarly, draw upward arrow on right side. You can write dou S by dou P when draw the diagonal, temperature is constant. So again you have to remember the sign convention. Whenever S and P come together, it should be negative. So right side will be negative. So this is fourth Maxwell relation.